Hello and welcome everybody to an Arena Direct event. I'm paulcheon and today we are trying to win some booster boxes of Lorwyn Eclipsed. Now these are the play booster boxes. A couple of weeks ago they were doing the collector booster box events, but I was unable to record any of those videos because of course I was working the Pro Tour. I've done a bunch of seal decks already. I was able to win 4 collector booster boxes over that weekend. Hopefully we can take home a few play boosters this weekend as well. So excited to open some sealed deck here. Now, before we hop in, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Match the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Let's say you just want to buy a booster box of Lorwyn Eclipsed, or you wanted some singles for your standard Modern, Pioneer, or Commander decks. Go to TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Additionally, head on over to HeavyPlay.com for premium Match the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you're interested in top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life packs, all that utilize a special magnetic technology that allow all their products to snap conveniently into place, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. All right, I will say this format is very hit or miss. Okay, I have had a lot of events where I just go 1-2 or 0-2. Hopefully that's not the case here. Okay, so we opened a couple of lands in a meek attack. That's not great, but we do have some powerful cards here depending on where we go. Champion of the Weird. Actually, a lot of my box wins come from good Goblins decks, but we don't have any other good Goblin cards. Kin Binding is, of course, fantastic. There's Formidable Speaker that allows me to actually fetch out Gloom Ripper, so that can be really interesting. And there's a Bristlebane Battler. So maybe there's an Elf deck. Maybe there's a Kithkin deck. We'll take a look. A lot of it will kind of come down to, you know, the uncommons and such, but yeah. Some of these creatures look okay. A couple of liminal holds, Kin Binding, Kithkeeper, and Sealed is totally fine as a good late game win condition. So white looks reasonably deep, and we have Kin Binding at the top end. Our blue here looks extremely weak here. I see Blossom Bind and a Wanderwine Farewell, so I would be shocked if I end up playing blue. Let's take a look at our black. I mean, basically, I have to compare my Goblin package versus my Elf package. Normally, the way I end up in Goblins, Boggart Mischief is good, is like you just have all of the Goblins. We have Champion of the Weird. Now, I can still play this card in other color combinations, but I need to take a look at my Changelings. One really important thing in Sealed deck is to actually take a look at your Changelings. And basically, for the most part, I have found that you almost play all of your Changelings that are on color. Otherwise, you just don't have enough playables. Gutsplitter Gang, Gloom Ripper, okay. Dose of Dawnglow could be interesting, especially with Gloom Ripper in our deck. Taking a look at our red, Kolrath Zealot is a card I love. Tweeze. Red is actually not deep at all. There's a Gristle Glutton, a Tweeze, and a Kolrath Zealot. A couple of Soulbright Seekers. Okay, so red is looking kind of medium. Ooh, double Twin Flame Travelers. All right, let's take a look at our green. Double Lissalon Informant. Dawnslide Archers. The World Champion himself. A couple of Luminosks. Okay, all right. I mean, we got a Changeling Wayfinder and an Evolving Wilds. I mean, certainly not a super easy deck to build here, just because the power might be a little bit lacking. But you know what? Let's clean this up and see what we're working with. Alrighty. So yeah, again, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Rhyme Chill. I just don't think we have enough in blue-red. Now, I guess we do have the double Twin Flame Travelers and double Flaring Cinder. But the thing is, when you look at the blue-red deck, like, sure, you know, I'm going to just put it here to the right. Like, this is a package of cards that work well together, but I don't think it has enough late-game closing potential, right? Like, I think this is a decent start. This is like a good shell, and if I had, you know, a Sunderflock or something along those lines, and maybe a couple of big top-end stuff, then this could be a thing that works. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11... 12, 13, 14. Like we have like 14, 15. Like we're almost there, but I just don't think it's quite enough. So, and also just taking a look at our red, I mean, I just don't think we have enough to make the Goblin deck work. Like if I don't play those, I mean, take a look at, like, we're looking at 5 red cards, right? And sure, I mean, we have some number of black cards. We have the Boggart Mischief, and we have Champion of the Weird, but we have some of these Changelings as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, maybe we can make that work. like red-black, but like I don't know that I'm getting enough here out of the red cards to make it worthwhile. But it does allow me to play my two of my best cards, which is Champion of the Weird plus the Gloom Ripper. Now the Gloom Ripper will be a little bit worse, but I mean that's obviously something that we can consider. But for now, I'm going to remove the red as an option. So I think now we're kind of in the Abzan colors here, and there's a couple of things that stand out. If I wanted to play green, I have access to Formidable Speaker and Bristlebane Battler. So the nice thing about this is if I pair this with black, Formidable Speaker allows me to search out the Gloom Ripper, and we can just be like a Gloom Ripper deck and try to win that way, right? That's certainly a direction that we can go. The problem with a card like Kin Binding is it's extremely difficult to splash, but it is one of the best cards in the entire set. So I can certainly make a case to do that as well. Like I'm just gonna, because I want to put out like the reasons to play all the colors, right? Boggart Mischief, it makes goblins. It's a goblin card. I guess I could play this if I really want to play the Champion of the Weird. Now, again, Champion of the Weird is kind of awkward if I don't have a bunch of goblins. Like, as far as changelings go, we have 5 changelings total. So it's going to be kind of tricky. I think you can make an argument to maybe play the card if you have Formidable Speaker in your deck, because you can fetch out some changelings or what have you. You can also reanimate it with Dose of Dawnglow. And that's also kind of interesting as well. Because, like, if I go goblins, I have like 1, 2... If I go green-black with goblins, that's 3, 4, 5. I could play this, 6. And maybe the Mischief, that's 7. That might be worth it, honestly, just because the Champion of the Weird is really, really good. Now, the other option is green-white or white-black. Because if you look at my green outside of that, it's really underwhelming, right? It's like, the green does let me splash. So there is a world where I can play all 3 colors if I go green base and just like splash some of these black cards. Certainly I can do that because I have the Great Forest Druid, I have Changeling Wayfinder, and I have Evolving Wilds here, right? So that is certainly a direction we can consider. Just drafting like a good stuff deck that's playing all of our good cards. But taking a look at our white, we have the Kin Binding. We have decent curve. We have the Wanderbrine Trapper, Timid Shieldbearer, Klacken Festival. So these are all just really, really good aggressive cards. Moonlit Lamenter is certainly a card that I like in sealed. I don't know that I have many Blight cards, but double Liminal Hold, I think that's also really important. If you take a look at my other colors, I mean, green just has no interaction, right? And it is really important to have some access to removal. So even if I play black-green, I would likely splash the Liminal Hold, unsure on the Kin Binding. We can certainly cut Meander's Guide, as we have no Merfolk. I think I'm going to try a green-white deck, perhaps splashing black for some Champion of the Weird nonsense. So let's take a look at what that looks like. And I might play the dual lands because of all of these different hybrid cards, but we'll see. All right, this is what a green-white deck looks like. I must say, it doesn't look that impressive. I have like a gazillion 3s. And I'm not playing all of my elves. And I'm just going to, like, it just doesn't look that special. Like, I mean, it's got a fine curve, but trying to play like this aggressive curve out style with like Great Forest Druids might not be the greatest thing ever. Also, my Shapeshifter count's only at 4. So I feel like Champion of the Weird might not be something that I can do. So I think I'm going to try the black-green deck because that has more of a self-mill aspect to it with some recursion, and I think it's got a few more synergies here. So let's try that with a potential splash of white for probably the Liminal Holds and the Kin Binding. All right, I think I like this configuration a little bit more. I mean, can't say that I love it. I have way too many creatures here. I have 20 plus Klacken Festival and Boggart Mischief. And the real question here is whether or not I want to play the Goblin package. Champion of the Weird is certainly an extremely powerful card that I can perhaps reanimate. But in terms of actual Goblin cards, outside of Champion of the Weird, I have 4 Shapeshifters, 2 other Goblins, and a Goblin Enchantment. So that's 7. So that is cutting it very, very close here. And it makes it, it also just makes it so that I have to play a bunch of goblins that I don't want to play. Like Boggart Mischief is certainly not a good card. and I would be playing it just so that I can play the Champion of the Weird. Vile Boggart is also not a card that I absolutely love in sealed. And then Gutsplitter Gang is like fine. This is like probably the best of the goblins that I play outside of the Changeling. So it's like, do I want to play this package? I mean, I do have 46 cards. If I cut it entirely, then all of a sudden I don't have to worry about that package. And we do have a lot of recursion too. We have the Reaping Willow, Dose of Dawnglow, and Unbury. Maybe I can just... I mean, maybe this is just better off just going all in on the Gloom Ripper stuff and splashing the Kin Binding. I can see that as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to... Sadly, I think I'm going to cut it. I just don't have enough support there from the goblins to make it worthwhile, I don't think. All right, so now this is our setup here. I'm still seeing if I want to splash the white here. Klacken Festival seems a little too weak on the splash. We're now down to 17 creatures, which is nice, plus the Kin Binding. And now we have to kind of decide... we have to figure out our mana, of course, but also just figure out what our last cut's going to be. I mean, I feel like Dose of Dawnglow is probably unnecessary. I already have an Unbury as a way to get something back. And then I also have like a Reaping Willow that can get back some stuff as well. Obviously, I just want to be like reanimating Gloom Ripper all day, every day. But it's not like I have a bunch of self-mill stuff either. We have double Eulogist and double Lissalana Informant. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to play the Dose of Dawnglow, especially with Formidable Speaker. I feel like most of my games are going to be won by reanimating Gloom Ripper or like a big Kith Keeper, and that's going to be our route to victory. So what do we want to cut then? So there's Anti-Sentence, which is fine. We're at 17 creatures. Obviously, you want to keep your creature count pretty high. Kith Keeper, I think, is just a fine top-end card, especially in sealed deck. Works really well with Kin Binding as well. I think I'm just going to cut one of these Moonglove Extractors. I've never been a huge fan of this card, and we have a bunch of 3-drops already. I like just having a 2-drop to play in the Anti-Sentence here. And so this is our deck. It's a little bit heavy on lands, but I think if we want to actually play like our only removal when the Liminal holds, play the Kin Binding and the Kith Keeper, this is kind of the best way to go about it. All right, let's figure out our mana situation. I think I will play the Blood Crypt, as it does give me... It's basically a Black Source that lets me also cast the Gangly Stompling, so I feel like that's worth it, but I'm not 100% on that. I do like the 9 green sources because I have the Great Forest Druid and the Shimmerwild's Growth, which will then allow me to play the other colors of mana that I need. The question is 2 planes enough? So 2 planes gives us 2, 3. Changing Wayfinder is 4. This is 5. Shimmerwild's Growth is 6. 6 white sources. And the Formidable Speaker I can use to untap a white source. And that's only relevant because if I mill a planes with the Eulogist, I can use the Formidable Speaker to untap my planes, the 1 planes. It's unlikely to mill 2 planes, right? And then use that to cast a Kin Binding. Now the question is do I have too many black sources, right? I mean, we do have an equal number of black cards to green cards, and this is a triple black card, but noting, if I add a planes, that doesn't make the Reaping Willow more difficult to cast. I think because of the Kin Binding, I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to go 3 planes because I can mill myself here. This still gives me access to 5 black, plus the Evolving Wilds, that's 6. This is 7, this is 8, this is 9. I think this is still going to be fine. Yes, I'm going to have some mana issues sometimes, but it's not like I'm only splashing the Kin Binding here. I also have Kith Keeper and double Liminal Hold, so 4 white sources for 4 white cards, plus all these other fixing cards. I feel like this is probably the best approach here. All right, let's give this a whirl. All right, now before round 1 starts, I did want to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to a wide variety of different benefits, including access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really, really great way to join a great group of folks looking to up their limited game. Lots of good resources. Check it out. All right, on the play here, we have the Kin Binding and no white sources in sight, but it's okay. We'll get there eventually. Lissalana Informant. Oh, wow. 2-drop off the top is, of course, great. If it's a plains, I want it. If not, we'll get rid of it. Boggart Cursecrafter, sure. Ooh, that's 1 plains. And I'm not going to play the Formidable Speaker. Oh, the Formidable Speaker lets me play the Kin Binding. Right. That is fantastic. Do I want a Gangly Stompling? Is that better than a random card? Maybe? It's kind of close. Alright, I'm gonna go with no. Maybe that's greedy. I think also having more elves in my graveyard is better when I find it. Oh wow, wow. See, these are the types of goblin decks that I had that got me those trophies. By the way, for the Gloom Ripper, right? Just more elves is better. Did they miss? That's unbelievably unlucky. Wow. Sheesh. I actually don't know what to discard here to the Formidable Speaker. I guess it's the Forest? Do I have double green cards? No, I have double black cards. So let's play this. Let's play the Formidable Speaker. Let's discard the Forest. Let's get Gloom Ripper. Now, I don't have a land, but obviously, like, I would like to keep the Liminal hold, you know what I mean? But any land off the top will be great here. That's a Flamekin Guildweaver from the opponent. Any land would be great. And there we go. Alright, so now we have the question of, do we want to play Kinbinding or do we want to play the Gloom Ripper? I think it's just Kinbinding, right? This just gets better over time. Hold on, let me full control this. Full control. Untap. Boom. All right. Next turn we Gloom Ripper and get in for tons of damage. All right, well, look, this is sealed deck. You know, this is how you seal deck, right? You just play all of your best cards and you try to make it work. That's what I'm doing here. All right, they got back a Curse Crafter, sure. We're gonna certainly kill the Grub here. Grub is, yeah, I mean, this is an insane goblin package for sure. This is insane. I mean, obviously I don't care about the speaker anymore. It got me the Gloom Ripper, so your job here is finished. I mean, we just play 3 rares. That's what, you don't have 3 rares in your deck? Yeah. They're gonna take 8 probably. I mean, this is this is just a rough spot regardless, right? Like, I'm just making, and black red has a really tough time dealing with enchantments too. So, like, I just don't think that they can beat. I just don't think they can beat Kinbinding. Champion of the Weird would be very good, I guess, especially on Eclipsed Boggart. Forge and Wickermaw, however, not so much. Not so much. They're probably going to kill the Gloom Ripper. Anti-sentence, sure. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. I wonder if they're splashing something for the Wickermaw. Unbury? Holy cow. Just gonna play the Extractor here and wait for the Unbury, because I kind of, like, I feel like there's a non-zero chance they're gonna kill my Gloom Ripper at some point, and if they do, I can get it back with the Unbury, which would be fantastic, right? So, just play the Moonglove Extractor. It's not that much worse than, like, playing a Formidable Speaker anyways. My opponent's at 3 life, and yeah, things are looking fantastic here. Kinbinding certainly worth, at least in this game. I mean, we will certainly lose our fair share of games as well, but I do like our mana split. I really like how, honestly, I really like how we kind of put together this deck. All right, Gloom Ripper. This is a Gloom Ripper for 1. Certainly far less exciting. They're at 3 life. I do have a Liminal hold, so I should at least get back a 2-drop, because if I get back a 2-drop, if I get back the Lissalana Informant and I draw a land, I can Informant, remove the Gloom Ripper, and then they just lose. So this, and I don't think it matters. I'll take the Trampler, sure. Alright, so Lissalana Informant. Get that out of there. Liminal Hold. Get you out of there. Kin Binding. Bam. All right. Well, that's one win in the books. Really nice curve. I mean, our draw there was fantastic. I top decked a 2-drop to play on turn 2. I drew a white source. I played a 3-drop. Then I played Formidable Speaker, discarding a land, needing to draw a land to play one of my 2 5-drops, and I did. So once I like, that was just literally the perfect draw, and I am fully aware that I ran super well to be able to draw those cards. Okay. All right, on the play here, 2 planes, forest, 2 planes, Great Forest Druid, and the Gloom Ripper. We're going to keep this. It's kind of funny, I really want an early green, but I don't actually care about the second green. All right, let's play the Great Forest Druid here. All right, Wanderbrine Preacher from the opponent. And then we have access to, I'm going to play Moonglove Extractor here. The question is, what do I do if they attack me? Can I, like, blocking with the Great Forest Druid can be a little bit scary here. I could just take to 2 if they attack. Okay, all right. So I do have access to Gloom Ripper, and I think I'm just going to play it, honestly. I have the Dose of Dawnglow too. So, like, I just play this. It's just such a good tempo swing. I kill the Gangly Stompling, and then pump this, draw a card, trade with the Preacher. That seems really good. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That was like, we got a 2-for-1 here, and we got a 2-for-1 here, right? So that's just fantastic. And if they kill the Gloom Ripper, which, I mean, it's kind of hard to do so in green-white, but, like, the Gloom Ripper is still just a really good body, that if it trades with a big creature, like the Luminolusk, for example, I can just get it back with Dose of Dawnglow, which is obviously insane. Yep. So now I have the choice between Reaping Willow and Dawnhand Eulogist. I'm going to play Dawnhand Eulogist here, because I can't play the Reaping Willow and activate it right away. Also, this makes it so that if I Dose of Dawnglow my Gloom Ripper, it can be for a larger amount if I mill a bunch of elves, which I did. So I just milled 2 elves, so if I get Gloom Ripper back, that'll be for 5, which is actually ridiculous, because if they play something, it's going to die, and they're going to take 8 damage here off of the Dawnhand Eulogist. And if I just draw land number 7, I can just slam a Kith Keeper for 3 tokens. Marrow Sky Swimmer is the play from the opponent. And I did draw a land here, so I might want to hold off because a Gloom Ripper just literally is a hard removal spell. So I think what I'm going to do is just play Kith Keeper here instead, and then just attack for 3. And if they double block, obviously I'm happy with that. And if I don't think they're going to double block, and then we can figure out something later. It's just like I'm going to, oh, they are going to double block. Like I'm going to be sad if, you know, for example, they play like, I don't even know. If they play like a giant 5/5 that I can't deal with, so. Rooftop Percher. Oh, that's good. I bet they saw me constantly looking at my graveyard. I bet they saw me constantly looking at my graveyard. Darn. Let me think here. So I want to trade here, right? Because I can get this back still. Does this have trample? No. This is a really nice combo, though. So I do this. It is my turn. Get back the Kith Keeper. I mean, it only makes 2 tokens, but it also pumps my Battler for 3. And now we have a huge army, and they have 4 cards in hand. But the Percher was really good. But this is a Kith Keeper trying to close things out. And if I draw... Like, I just don't want to draw Forest. That's probably the worst draw in my deck. Swamp is totally fine. What do I want to get back? Dawn's Light, Archer, or Moonglove Extractor. I don't know why it tapped like that, but whatever. And now the question is, do I want to just give this wings or like attack with everything? You know what I mean? I'll just give it wings. If they have a removal spell, they have a removal spell. Like a protective response type card. I mean, they're timing this well. Like, you know, for what they have, I mean, they look like they have a pretty mediocre deck. They are certainly, you know, getting a lot of value out of their cards. There's a Pyrrhic Strike. And all we have now is just our army. So if they play a big creature, I mean, it might be tough. I still have a 6/6 Trampler here with Ward 2. They have one card left. If this is an Aurora Awakener, then they can easily come back into this game. And I think it is. No, it's not. It's just a keep out. I take it all back. Okay. All right, opponent at 5, and yeah, I mean, this was another rock-solid draw, and I'm happy that I played the Dose of Dawn-Glow. Like, the problem is sometimes, like, my brain is wired like it's still draft, and Sealed Deck plays out a lot differently. It's a little bit slower, and you have to think about, like, your paths to victory with the bombs that you have in your deck, and normally Dose of Dawn-Glow is a little slow, something that you're not super interested in playing in draft, but I think in Sealed Deck, with the Gloom Ripper, with the Kith Keeper, with the, Formidable Speaker as well, like that is kind of like our little mini combo deck that we're putting together here. Okay, we have 3 colors of mana and a decent curve. We don't have any of our bombs, but that's okay. We will hopefully get to them at some point, but the nice thing here is at least it's unlikely for us to get run over. They did play a Dawnblessed Pendant on Elf. I like this card a lot. I kind of want a land here, so let's play this. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I wanted a swamp. Actually, I don't need the swamp. I have the Formidable Speaker, actually. The question is, do I need to play it now? Probably no. I'm just going to play Gangly Stompling here and see where we're at. No reason to attack and then have them attack back. Is this Strusky? I feel like Honey was... I don't know. We'll find out. Safe Right Cavalry is the play from the opponent. And we just naturally drew the Gloom Ripper. So what do I get with the Speaker if I have the Gloom Ripper already? You know what I mean? Or do I just wait? I mean, killing the Cavalry does seem quite annoying. So let's just get rid of it. I'm glad I kept the land on top. So I can go Speaker, get rid of Sneakling, and get something. Oh, probably Kith Keeper. You know, it's just like a big creature, right? That's another Prideful Feastling, okay. A land would be great. No land there. Oh, what else do we have? There's a lot of good stuff actually. Hold on. It's not the Bristlebane Battler. That's a turn 2. That's something you get because it's turn 2. It might actually be the Reaping Willow. Yeah, I like the Reaping Willow here. I can't cast it yet, but I can with the Formidable Speaker. Although this might make them use a removal spell on the Speaker, which would make things kind of awkward. I still have good follow-up plays, so I have plenty of time to find my Swamp or my Plains to play the Reaping Willow, so it's okay. So if they have a removal spell like an Assert Perfection, well, no, Assert Perfection would not work. Moon Vigil Adherence is currently a 3/3. Okay, I mean, that is an excellent target for the Gloom Ripper. It's a land, okay. And that is an Evolving Wilds. Fair enough, fair enough. I guess now it's fairly safe to attack with my Informant. Because I can untap it too. So I'm going to try to ambush the Adherents with the Dawn's Light Archers. I mean, obviously it just depends on like what they play here. And then I can untap with the Informant, trade with the Feastling, get some Surveilling in. Of course, I'm going to get a Swamp here with the Evolving Wilds first. Dawnhand Eulogist. Okay, so now we're probably going to have to use the Gloom Ripper, because this thing's going to be huge. Okay, so it's a 5/5. Figure of Fable too? Holy cow. Okay. So now, I can't really double block. I mean, I can, but it's a tough spot because I lose 2 creatures. It's like a 2-for-1 on myself, right? But Figure of Fable is also something that I absolutely need to kill because it will, you know, win the game for them. All right, let's just 2-for-1 ourselves here. I mean, they're both cards I absolutely have to kill. So. Liminal Hold was a really good draw too. But they can get back the Adherence and replay it, and that's why the Liminal Hold is very important here. But I think it was just important for me to try to grind through the Pennant. And, you know, it's like, honestly, also using the Reaping Willow to get back Formidable Speaker is quite nice here, right? Because now I'm going to get to a point where I have a bunch of mana. And if I do have a bunch of mana, then I can get a Kith Keeper, right? Like if I draw land, if I see a land on top next turn, particularly if it's a Swamp or a Plains, I might keep it so that I can go Reaping Willow, activate right away. To get JED, to get Kith Keeper. That seems pretty good. All right, we get a Surveil. Forest I don't want, though, so let's get rid of that one. I think I think you can make an argument for Swamp or Plains, especially Plains, because I have Kin Binding in my deck. Okay, Graveshifter. Okay. Graveshifter, Dawnblessed Pennant is an obnoxious combo. Let's see what they get back. I guess it's not that bad. I mean, it's definitely annoying, though. But, you know, I mean, that's the thing with Seal Deck, right? It's all about just getting a bunch of value off of all your cards, and this is kind of the loop that they're working with. Makes a lot of sense. I don't need to kill this just yet, right? I can let them, like, sink a bunch of mana into it at first. They have 1 card left, so it's unlikely that they have a removal spell. I mean, they have 1 card left. I mean, I guess they still could. They, you know. All right, they do. Good for them. That was their last card. I mean, that's why I binned the forest. You know what I mean? But you just kind of have to play the numbers here. So it is what it is. They're probably going to pass here. They don't really have a good attack with anything else. All right. Well. That's all we got. Oh, Pitiless Fist is like just the actual best thing they could do there. Oh man. All right. Well, Let's get you out of here before you win my opponent a game. But we're just chilling here. Yep. Certainly makes sense. They have 3 creatures in the grave, so it would be a 6/6 here. Draw some lands, buddy. All right, so let's see. We have Kin Binding left. Dose of Dawnglow on Reaping Willow isn't terrible. Yeah, that's a 6/6. Let's see what we mill. Oh, there's the Kin Binding. I hate everything. I mean, this is why like self-mill effects are not. Sometimes this happens. Okay, well, so now our plan is Kithkeeper and recurring Gloomripper. That is our game plan here. All right, just keep playing things. Yeah, I mean, we don't have any attacks. So now we're just both like top decking looking for removal. I already played both of my removal spells. They used all of their value loop engines. Dose of Dawnglow, huh? So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on it. Oh, I just realized something. They have 3 cards. I mean, I kind of want Gloomripper to die, but oh no. Oh no. Oh, did we just lose the game? Wow. Alright, so we need to be very aggressive now. That's super unfortunate. Yeah, because now they can just activate that, and that's their win condition. Protection from everything. Alright, so now we have a different game plan here, okay? So this is the plan. Because this is a 7/8, unblockable. I need to kill them with Kithkeeper, right? So we're going to take 7. I can't do anything about it. And yeah, I mean, this was obviously all really good. I'm going to get back the tree, and then use the tree to get back the Formidable Speaker, and put 2 counters on the tree, which is actually better. It's actually better to cast this at instant speed, right? Okay, so wow, I only have 4 creatures left in my deck? Oh, man. Okay. And what else can I get back here? Just nothing great. I mean, I think I'm just going to die to this Figure of Fable, unfortunately. Green, red, black. I get an extra token if I get the blue. Green, red, black, blue, white. I mean, I can't attack here, so... They have a 4/5 lifelinker and an 8/8. I mean, I think this Figure of Fable is just going to kill me, honestly. No, that was big. This is a card you don't play in draft very much, but in sealed deck, where everybody's playing a lot of their enchantment-based removal, definitely very, very good. I think we did a decent job of trying to identify their good cards and try to beat them, but I just don't think we're going to have the time here. Oh, Dawnhand. Okay, no, never mind. Their deck is awesome. You know what's not fair? You know what's not fair? When you play against a really good opponent that also has a good deck. It's just not fair. But guess what? Full 5 Kithkeeper, baby! How about that? Was a good game, though. Good match. I'm trying to figure out what they have here. They have 1 card left. I don't know what it is. Next turn, I'm gonna like need to make a big attack with Kithkeeper, but also just like... just like chump attack with Reaping Willow just to gain some life. You know what I mean? Like I can attack with this, gain some life. Do I have anything else that gains life? No, just the Reaping Willow. But that doesn't actually change the clock in any meaningful way. So maybe I was supposed to attack last turn, but it would have just died, right? Yeah. I will say, though, I like how my deck is playing out. It's a really nice, scrappy little deck. But Figure of Fable has won many games in the past, and it will win one today. So they kept on top. Must be nice to just not have to make a decision. You know? Just take it. What? There's a Champions of the Perfect in here too? Alright, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You know, if I got this in play like a turn earlier, I might have had a chance. But right now, I don't think I do. Sheesh. Champions of the Perfect is a nice one. Is this like an Unbury? They're looking at their graveyard. Oh. You had to tank on that one? Oh, I guess they were thinking if they have any other 2-drops in their deck. Alright. Good game, Figure of Fable. I killed it once. What do you want me to do? I even exiled it so they couldn't recur it, right? Like the only way was to disenchant my Liminal Hold. Okay, 2-1. We can still win a bunch in a row. I think our deck is decent. We've been drawing reasonably well. Even in that game, I think we drew pretty well. But we just got one-upped. Alright, I'm playing against Big McHuge. That's an interesting name. Opponent on the play here, and I'm gonna keep this. You know, it's... Look, the story of our deck is bunch of filler and a couple of rares. That's what that's what all these changelings are. Prideful Feastling, Gangly Stompling, even Dawn's-Light Archer. Bunch of filler, then we got some rares. But we do have the turn 2 Great Forest Druid. We're playing against an Elementals deck here. Probably multiple colors, honestly. One does not simply play just blue-red in sealed deck. Usually you have, you know, because you have the land cyclers and such too. Alright, there you go. Drew one of the rares. Big McHuge, are you the type of player that just attacks with Forging Wickermaw? No, you sear my Druid instead. Okay. Alright, well, let's, maybe we'll get them with the Dawn's Light Archer. Flitterwing Nuisance. Okay. Well, we're gonna need to draw some lands here. Dang, you have a Tweeze as well? Oh, okay. Okay, so now we're in trouble. We're in a spot here where we need to find some lands. Ay. Okay, let's play the... I'm gonna play the Informant. As much as I want to play the Stompling, I'm gonna, like... Yeah, I'll take the land. I'm not gonna get greedy here. I'll trade with the Forging Wickermaw. They have the Nuisance. So if they attack me, like, I have to block the 1/3. You know what I mean? And next turn I can play... whatever. Like a Stompling. Use the Evolving Wilds, etc. They're gonna pump this and draw a card. It's not too bad, though. It's, you know, it's a 2/2 flyer that draws them a card. I mean, it's obviously very good, but... Okay, 3 cards in hand for the opponent. Gonna go fetch a Plains, and then we'll see what happens. Oh my gosh. They hit Explosive Prodigy off of Burning Curiosity. Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean, it just drew them 3 cards. Okay. Big McHuge coming up. Coming up, Big McHuge, I guess. I'm gonna get the Plains. Because we have Kin Binding in our deck. The sequencing there is a little bit awkward because, you know, obviously I want to play the Battler first, but I didn't have the land, so can still do this. Next turn, we can still play Gloom Ripper. It's going to be pretty big. Now, they can draw a card here with the Nuisance. If they like, they can play, like, Enraged Flamecaster and then activate the Nuisance and draw a card. They also have 3 cards in hand. Solid Elemental Shell with lots of interaction and some card draw. So, certainly going to need to do what we can here to grind through what they have. The thing is, I can always kill the Nuisance. So, oftentimes you want to try to get the value off of it as quickly as possible. So, wouldn't be what the hell is this attack? I honestly don't know. I do not like that attack one bit. In fact. Okay? Yeah, that attack with the Prodigy was not good. All right. Sneakling? Dang. Alright. Well, it still tramples, so... Like, I got to get a bunch of damage in. And we have a Gloom Ripper. If they kill this, though, then we're in some trouble. But we can get it back, of course. Oh, Twin Flame Travelers. That's a good one. No way! Blossom Bind, so I can't even get it back? Yikes! Okay, Liminal Hold at least was something. Wow. I mean, we're gonna go to 4 here, so there's just so many draws that get us from this point, you know what I mean? Formidable Speaker is interesting. I do have Reaping Willow that I can get, and I think that's what I'm interested in getting, because it gains me a bunch of life. There's also Dawnhand Eulogist, but I think the upside for the Reaping Willow is much greater. Okay. Kolrath Mystic, okay. Don't really need to unbury anything. That is a Liminal Hold, so that is interesting. I am at 4 life. This can't be untapped, right? Okay. Now, interestingly enough, I can Liminal Hold the Blossom Bind. Because that allows me to... That gives me more opportunities. That gives me more opportunities to get back Gloom Ripper and get value that way. And this gives me an extra turn to draw a land to play Reaping Willow and activate it. Oh, jeez. That is so brutal. Feed the Flames. Okay. I guess it would have killed my Reaping Willow. Man, but the exile on that thing is so insane. Okay, so we gotta double block that thing. No choice. World Champ down. That's amazing. That is actually amazing. The Blood Crypt. And it's so important. The Blood Crypt is so important here. I just can't afford to take the damage. Okay, I'm gonna cut the Blood Crypt. Oh, man. That is incredible. Ashling is really good, too. Sheesh. They have a really, really, really good Elementals deck. Don't kill my Reaping Willow. If they don't kill my Reaping Willow, like, this is... Like, I have a really, really good shot here. What do I want to get back? So let's think about that. I think getting back Formidable Speaker makes a ton of sense here. And then we can get the Kith Keeper, I guess. Or there's also Dawnhand Eulogist. Maybe we just do that. Yeah, I'm going to just do Dawnhand Eulogist. Because I do have the Unbury as well. Alright, gaining some life back. Adding to the board here. Draining my opponent for 2. Alright. This was a really great game. Alright, milled a bunch of inconsequential cards. I have Unbury to get back 2 things. Glenelindra Guardian is good. It might be the Battler and something. It might be the Reach Creature, because they have the Guardian. I mean, you obviously flip. And then you can just keep it flipped or whatever. Alright, 9 to 10. 9 to 10. 2 in the air. Another Dawnhand Eulogist is amazing. Let's attack. Okay. Opponent's at 2 life. I mean, this is going to be a tough spot for them to come back from. They might need to loot here, see what happens. They do have the Glenelindra Guardian, so I actually can't cast the Unbury here. Unless I just want to cycle it. But, like, I just have lethal here, right? I have 2 Menace attackers. So, what? I mean, depends on what they play, of course. Woo! That was a great game. I mean, we've had some really good games here. Like, the game against Honey was fantastic. And this one as well, really back and forth. We got really low. And, yeah, I mean, we got some gems back. Okay, we got some gems back. I would like more than just gems, though, so let's keep going. I mean, my deck is a whole heck of a lot of fun to play. Alright, opponent on the play here. We have a fine hand, fine mana curve. We're going to get a Swamp here with the Evolving Wilds, Lissalon Informant on turn 2, into Changeling Wayfinder, into Dawnhand Eulogist. So, fully equipped with the ability to just make sure that we can get to the late game, which is honestly all I'm really looking for right now, given that our deck has so many ways to find Gloomripper or get that going. Oh, I forgot to board this out! I'm an idiot! Ugh, okay. I don't want to draw planes. I can find planes with this if I need. Ugh, Eclipsed Boggart is annoying. My last opponent missed. It's so hard to miss, though. And they're thinking, so they didn't miss. They just got a Swamp, okay. Kind of thinking what I need to do here. I kind of want to ensure that I get the other planes because I milled one, so like part of me wants to play Changing Wayfinder. But it's just like the body isn't particularly impressive. Whatever. Let's just get the planes. Just setting up for the long game. I don't want to give myself I don't want to give myself outs to just, like, not being able to play Kin Binding. Boggart Prankster. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. No blocks. Yeah, this Blood Crypt. The risk does not outweigh the reward. Let's just put it that way. Because I'm also primarily green sources, right? Okay, Auntie's Sentence is not terrible here. I just feel like they probably have something good right now. So why don't we go ahead and cast it? Like, it's still early enough where I think this will have some value. Okay, Sneakling. And yeah, they got all kinds of action. So there is Gutsplitter Gang and Blighted Blackthorn. I guess Gutsplitter Gang is kind of big. I don't know what they're going to Blighted Blackthorn onto. Can I handle the Gutsplitter Gang is the question. Whatever, I'll take the Gutsplitter Gang. I mean, it's not free to play this thing, right? Like, they're going to have to put it on, like, their... Like, it's not free, so... Good attack from the opponent. Liminal Hold, I will keep. God, I wish I took the other card now. Dang it. Alright, what are they going to blight onto? The Prankster, I think. Man. Oh well. I would have much rather them, you know, not draw cards. You know what I mean? All right, 3 cards in hand for the opponent. We have a bunch of extremely ordinary, average cards in our hand. The board on either side is not that exciting. Feed the... Wow, they really wanted to kill the Battler here. 6 mana to kill my 2-drop. It's obviously something I do not mind too much, but the Sneakling still gets in. For 3. Reaping Willow. I'm going to wait on that one. Gonna mill myself first. I don't like milling the Unbury, unfortunately, but whatever. How are they at 11? Did I beat them down? It's weird. Brambleback Brute. Okay, Eulogist can't block. I guess. Wait, their auto-tapper just betrayed them. What the heck? It tapped 2 red to cast this thing. Okay. Alright. So we can Reaping Willow something back, and I think that's a good line here. What do I want to get back? Lissalana Informant or Dawn's Light Archer. Oh, I can't get back the Bristlebane, right? That becomes a 4/5. They make this unable to block. Alright. This has Menace. I just... No. Alright. It's okay. Oh, they also have Torchmaster plus Brambleback Brute. I guess that's something. Alright, so now we're on the... we're looking for Formidable Speaker, Kith Keeper, Kin Binding, or Gloom Ripper. Those are all really good draws. Dose of Dawnglow, not so good here. Unless the Reaping Willow dies. But they just don't have great attacks here. I suppose they can remove a counter, make it so Reaping Willow can't block, then like give something haste, sack the Bile Vile Boggart, something along those lines. Shrink something, I don't know. I guess they have moves. They're not that impressive. The moves are not that impressive, though. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. Can this attack? 3, 4, 5, 6? Not really. I guess I should... Well... I guess if I got the Informant back, they would have been able to kill it right away, right? So, there's that. We have 19 cards left. Do I play out another Eulogist here? Or am I supposed to hold off on the Eulogist until, like, I actually draw my bombs? Or, like, a recursion spell? I don't know. This is where things get kind of interesting. I think I'm going to set up for a potential Kith Keeper off the top here, and just play both of these creatures. Because now... I have green, red, black, white, and I have, by playing the Great Forest Druid, I have access to 7 mana. So now Kith Keeper off the top is really good. And I don't know. I mean, I just feel like playing this doesn't actually enhance the board state too much, to the point where I'm just gonna just chill here for now. 1 card in hand for the opponent. We have so many good cards left in our deck. And if I draw a land, I should keep it as well, because I have Formidable Speaker. Like, Dose of Dawnglow. If I draw Dose of Dawnglow, then I'm also okay playing this out. I don't know. It's always tricky with these self-mill cards. I've lost so many games where I just play this and mill all my good stuff. Where, like, if I actively thought that playing the Dawnhand Eulogist will allow me to kill my opponent, then I'll play it. But right now, I just don't think it will. I guess unless I draw a Liminal Hold or something. Oh, wow. Tristan's Command. That's a good top deck. Okay, so you drew your busted rare. It's only fair that I draw mine. Nope. Oh, well, now I have to play this. I lost my blocker. We milled the kin binding. We milled the kin binding. It's just so... You know what I mean? Do I have a way to get it back? I don't think so. Alright, so the flyer... Oh, wow. They hit the Boggart Cursecrafter. I need the flyer or the Gloom Ripper. They are at 9 life. I don't know if there's like some weird world where I can attack. I don't think they have good attacks here, though. But the Prankster is actually really annoying. I guess a Gloom Ripper on Gangly Stompling is a ton of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 elves total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would be for 9. So 13 trample. It's pretty good. Got Splitter Gang, sure. Alright, JED, Kithkeeper, Gloom Ripper. Those are all still in our deck. So 3 cards that we really, really want. There's also Dose of Dawnglow, which would allow me to get Reaping Willow back, and then like a bunch of other cards I can put in, because I can Blight onto it, which is quite good. They have 1 card. I mean, I need to get that thing off the board, so... And I don't want to chump block. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have played that, because they have the Bile Vile Boggart. We also have Liminal Hold in our deck, which we can use to, like, get rid of the Bramble Brute, maybe. Okay, so they didn't blight onto the Bile Vile Boggart, so I might actually make like a chump attack here on the with the Moonglove Extractor just to find what I need, right? Like we're kind of at that point, and they have a Bile Vile Boggart anyways. I just can't take any chip damage. I can't take that much chip damage because they have the Boggart Cursecrafter in play. That is a liminal hold. That is a liminal hold. Do I want to do that on the Brambleback Brute? Also, do I want to attack with Moonglove Extractor? Or do I want to do it on the Cursecrafter? 12 cards left. Because I have the liminal hold, I don't think I need to attack this turn. And Brambleback Brute is pretty big, so let's just target that, I guess. If I didn't have a draw that turn, like if I drew a land, I would have attacked. But like I can't I most likely won't be like if I draw Gloom Ripper, I can't play it anyways. And it would just be like chump attacking, right? So it's not even like it's that great. Wow, interesting. Okay. They must have a way to get it back if they attack that way. Okay, well now Moonglove Extractor can attack, right? After that attack. Yeah, we drew another land, so that's sad. But they should just block with Bile Vile Boggart and shrink my Changeling Wayfinder. Yeah, some odd sequencing there at the end from my opponent, I will say. Probably want to remove the power from the Changeling Wayfinder. Okay. 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Oh no, actually no, that was actually a good attack. Oh, this is. You know what they have? I know what it is. Ugh. I think they have goblin bidding. Maybe not. I hope they don't have goblin bidding. We need a big draw here. We drew like a million lands in a row. Wait, they got me to 7? Not ideal here. That is not ideal. Okay. Absolute brutality. Kithkeeper, there we go. Oh, it only makes me 2 tokens now. I mean, I'm still gonna play it. Ugh. Okay. Wow! I mean, I'm going for it. Like, I still have a blocker. And then if they kill me, you know? They're at 2 life. We both drawn a ton of lands. 11 for me, 10 at least for my opponent. If they kill my Great Forest Druid, that's still okay. If they had a creature, they would have played it last turn. Tweeze. Wow. So now if they draw like a really big creature, they can haste it? Tweeze could have gone to my face too. Wait, they could have tweezed my Kithkeeper. So they drew the tweeze that turn? I don't know, we'll see. Do they have lethal? 2 cards. I still feel like I needed to make that attack with the Kithkeeper for what it's worth. I still had a blocker back, and this gives me outs to basically killing them. So they're tanking, which is maybe a decent sign. Because they could have tweezed this. Okay. What do they have? It's another removal spell? Oh my gosh. Alright. Oh shoot. A Gloom Ripper still kills them, or JED. I have both in my deck. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. I have 1 land and 5 spells. This is not the time for this. Oh my gosh. They are at 2 though, so they have to be careful. Now I can probably take a little bit of damage to give myself outs to the Gloom Ripper off the top. I literally have 2 out of 6 cards in my deck can potentially win me the game on the spot. Right? Did I? Unless I milled it. No, I didn't mill it. They're, like 2 of my best cards are still in my deck. And, yeah. This is a joke. I forgot about this card, so I guess I had another land. I mean, I have so much mana, it doesn't matter. 10, 11, 12, okay. So I have a land and Gloom Ripper and... Oh my gosh, you do... Okay. Okay. I have a Gloom Ripper, miss... Oh, I have a Dose of Dawnglow in my deck, too? Sheesh. Let's go! Oh my gosh! What an incredible... look, whatever happens, this was just an absolutely incredible run. I mean, so many of these games are so darn close. We got to the 4th win. We almost have our gems back, so that's already good. Let's win a couple more. Whew. My heart can't handle this, man. My blood pressure, it's already high. Really? My opponent's name is Who is Paul? That's funny. All right. Who is Paul? Who truly is Paul? Okay, so I do have Shimmerwild's Growth, which gets me one step closer to being able to play that Kin Binding in my hand. Hopefully they don't get off to like too aggressive of a start here. Okay, so I actually think I'm going to play the Informant here and try to find a land. Oof. Great Forest Druid. I'm going to keep it. I don't love it. It's an awkward land. I don't love it. But they missed the land drop. Okay. I'm playing this for the upside. Okay. Oh, Evolving Wilds. They need a Seer. If they have a Seer, they're going to fire it off on the Great Forest Druid. Okay, so they don't have Seer. All right, so now we want to play out the Shimmerwild's Growth for white here. Because I want to play the Mischievous Sneakling, so let's do this. Okay. All right. So, kind of awkward draws from both sides. We both missed a land drop. But now we both have, like, I have 4 mana sources and they have 3. It's actually not too bad if they kill the Great Forest Druid now, because I got the, you know, I do have the ability to play the Sneakling. So if I play the Sneakling, you know, like, I'm just going to be able to get in for a good bit of damage here. Now, obviously, if I just draw an untapped land here, that's going to be great. Although Goliath Daydreamer, I don't want to mess around. I am simply just going to liminal hold this, even if I draw land. Like, we are not in the business of getting daydreamed out of the tournament here. So they're at 9 life. Dream Caesar, okay. I'll discard Stompling. Kin Binding going. No point attacking with the Informant this turn and go with the trade, when next turn if I play a creature, it's going to have 3 toughness with the Kin Binding. So they're at 6 life here. I mean, they really just didn't do anything. They kept a pretty awkward one. Flamekin Guildweaver is good, though. If they have a Cinder Strike, they should probably use it. I keep forgetting to board this out. Oh my gosh. I am having a heart attack here. Great Forest Druid can attack. Little known fact. I mean, they're just dead here, right? Okay. Okay, Blood Crypt, Blood Crypt, Blood Crypt. Board out the Blood Crypt. Board out the Blood Crypt. Paul, board out the Blood Crypt. Board out the Blood Crypt. Okay. We were able to determine who the superior Paul was in that match. Clearly, it's all about a random match on Magic the Gathering Arena that determines who the superior Paul is. All right, let's board out the Blood Crypt. Let's add a Swamp. All right, we are now playing for our first box. 5-1. What a run. All right, opponent on the play. We have all 3 of our colors. No 3-drop, but I do have an Anti-Sentence that I can play here. If they play a 2-mana play, then I can use it to kill it, or I can, of course, take a good card out of their hand. So certainly going to keep this. Boggart? Oh, Springleaf Drum. Okay, I mean, that's either, like, awesome for me or terrifying. Swamp Springleaf Drum is a thing. All right, let's take a look at their hand. What you got? Double Eclipsed Marrow and Deceit? Why do they lead with Swamp when they have Eclipsed Marrow in their deck? The Deceit looks okay, but it doesn't look that strong. All right, let's just... I'm going to take one of the Eclipsed Marrows, actually. Changeling Wayfinder. Honestly, I don't hate it. It gets me my second black source. It kind of does a lot of stuff. Now, I'm not going to play it next turn. Let's see what they have here. It's the swap. Oh, so they can't play the Eclipsed Marrow. They might be interested in just running out Deceit here. Sure. I mean, our hand is pretty good, so it doesn't really matter what they hit. Oh, I get it. Yeah, they get to play the Marrow here as well. Yeah. No, that's a clever play for sure. But the Deceit, I mean, they get to get one card out of my hand. I don't want them to get consistent card advantage off of all the Eclipsed Marrows, which is why I did what I did. Like, they have a tricky decision to make here no matter what, right? I would lean towards taking the Unbury. I feel like this game is going to go a little bit longer. And so I feel like Unbury is the card that's going to, like, be the most important card. Unless they have a really good bomb in their hand, then you want to take the Liminal Hold. I don't really see a reason to take anything else. You could take the Eulogist. No, yeah. No, good. Wait, they didn't tap it for mana. The heck? Okay, so I'm going to play this first in case they have a way to kill this. We hit Gloom Ripper. Now we don't have a way to get it back, so I am sad. Oh, wait, it's okay. That is just how things go. All right, so now they get to play their Eclipsed Marrow. They have 3 cards in hand. I have Liminal Hold, Kith Keeper, and Changeling Wayfinder. So now that I milled the Gloom Ripper, do I have a way to get it back? I have Dose of Dawnglow, but I don't think I have an actual Gravedigger effect. They got an island with that card. So I think I should get the second Plains because of Kin Binding, is what I mean. And I did this first because I want to attack, and if they trade, I want to be able to surveil, right? And so I want to surveil after I search with the Wayfinder. Our opponent down to 12. If it's a land, I don't think I want it. Kin Binding, I do want. Just if you were all wondering, I will keep the Kin Binder. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. Kin Binding plus Kith Keeper is kind of insane too. Good thing we got the Plains though. I'm glad that we're getting rewarded for that. Do they have a second Deceit? Nope, it is a Marrow Sky Swimmer. Alright, we're just going to slam this. I will happily trade Changeling Wayfinder for Marrow Sky Swimmer. And if they kill my Kin Binding via Liminal Hold, I have the Liminal Hold as well. So I'm hoping that if they have a removal spell for this, it is in the form of Liminal Hold. I don't want it to be Keep Out or whatever. Or Pyrrhic Strike. Pyrrhic Strike would be amazing. I hope I didn't jinx myself. I think if they had it, they should use it right away. No point in like trying to get too tricky. Champions of the Shoal. Wow. That is a good one. That is worthy of Liminal Hold. Oh, they have Springleaf Drum too? That's funny. And they had to exile a token, so that's also good. So when they kill this, when I kill this, they don't get anything back. Okay. We get a token here. All right. What can they do? I feel like if they had a Liminal Hold, I think they would have used it on Kin Binding. Okay, they're casting Unexpected Assistance. This is looking good. This is looking great. If I draw a land, I get to play 2 creatures. Everything gets +3/+3. Or a 2-drop. Land or 2-drop. Okay, not that land. Let's play Gangly Stompling as it has Trample. Let's go! We got a box! We got a box in our first attempt! Okay, so 1 box. Put it away. Into the closet. We are now playing for our second box. Alright. Alright, yeah, my opponent definitely stumbled a little bit there. And we drew the Kin Binding. We drew, you know, it's one of those things, again, it's sealed deck where it's a little bit different. You try to play, you try your best to play your best cards, and that's what we did, and it has been working out for us. This is where you have to throw a little bit of respect out the window. You know how I always preach respect for the game? Just set it aside. Have a little bit of disrespect for your mana base. Play the goodies. All right, green, Evolving Wilds. Okay. We're going to get a Plains with the Evolving Wilds. Wanderbrine Preacher, okay. I'm going to just kill it, I think. Oh, nope. I will just play the Informant. Don't want the Forest. Happy to trade and surveil more as well. Ooh, that one's annoying. Formidable Speaker. Wow. I mean, I'm going to play it. I don't know what to discard. It might actually just be the Anti-Sentence just because I want all my mana. And getting Reaping Willow seems pretty good. What is this? Treefolk Cleric? Do I have any other clerics? Feardock Core. Okay, so they went kind of deep. They went kind of deep. Okay. Alright. I don't have good attacks. I'm going to play a Moonglove Extractor here. Now we'll pass. Next turn we'll play Gloomripper. I have the ability to get the Gloomripper back. I can kill the Moonlit Lamenter. I think. No, I can't. Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I can kill Wanderbrine Preacher. I mean, I'd like to kill something actually good. Ugh, gosh, that's not good either. I mean, it's still probably worth, honestly. It's still probably worth it to just, like, play Gloomripper here. Kill a Wanderbrine Preacher and trade with a 1/1 token and draw a card. Like, that's about as good as it's gonna get. Oh, wow. This was unexpected. I mean, sure. Okay. Alright, so our opponent's at 11. No islands. They still haven't found island. Klacken Festival, sure. It's a good card. Especially with Convoke shenanigans. Alright, what do I want to do now? Not a great situation now. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. I don't... Because I couldn't really find any, like, self-mill stuff. And I don't have any great attacks. I can chump attack with the Moonglove Extractor. I can also attack with Formidable Speaker. And get it back. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. I mean, they're nice. You know what? These are all fine. Okay. So I can use the Reaping Willow to get back Moonglove Extractor. Is that good enough? Like, it's fine, and I put a 3/6 into play, you know what I mean? Like, that thing drew me a card. 3/6 Lifelinker can get in. Remember, I still have the Unbury here. But they still have 4 cards in hand, and they also drew a bunch of cards with the assistance, so... Pyrrhic Strike. Good thing we had the mana to activate this right away. Blighted Blackthorn on Moonlit Lamenter. Whoo! Value City. Mischievous Sneakling. Alright. All right. Now we have some food here for the Unbury, but I really want my Gloom Ripper to die. Oh, Liminal Hold is great. Let's play Gangly Stompling. Alright. 5 cards in hand for the opponent. They're doing the tree thing. Prideful Feastling, okay. Tributary Vaulter, okay. Okay, so probably want to unbury the Blighted Blackthorn. Or Liminal Hold the Blighted Blackthorn. Yeah, the problem is I just don't have fantastic attacks here. So I feel like I really want to get back... Do I have great attacks here if I attack with everything? Just trying to get them low. Surveil. I'm digging here. Alright, so they're not going to let Gloom Ripper die. Graveshifter back, sure. Do I have a Cleric? Okay. That's what I'm going to do. I'm surprised they got that back. Instead of... Oh wait, I exiled the Blighted Blackthorn. Okay. Alright, so let's get Reaping Willow and Stompling back. Then, ooh. I'm going to use that as a surprise way to burn them out, though, I think. Oh, that's also really interesting. There's another Dawnhand Eulogist I can get, but I'm going to get the Kithkeeper. Light Rot on... Yeah, my opponent playing super well. Like, their deck, I think they just did the best that they could. But my opponent has been playing extremely well with their removal. Like, they're doing a really good job. Props to them. 1 card left. Kithkeeper time. Alright. Alright, well, hopefully they don't have a removal spell for the Kithkeeper, right? That's our... And because, like, I'm not going to be able to actually kill them with just, like, ground creatures. Now, they are at 5, so... Do they have an answer for the Kithkeeper? They have 1 card left. 1 card left. Okay. Is this the draw spell? Yeah, I mean, that's... Wow. Okay, so they get to gain a bunch of life. Okay, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. I mean, we don't die. We don't die at all. So, just know that. But they get to gain 1 trillion life. Okay, so let's just... Does it tell me what the original cards are? Like, which ones do I want to kill? Like, I think I want to kill the Klaken Festival, right? The Klaken Festival. And then this can block whatever. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 damage coming in. And then we gain a bunch of life back. Okay, well, it was a mirror form. They almost got us. Get the Surveil. Gangly Stompling, I do not want. Oh, does it turn him into Reaping Willows permanently? Oh my gosh. I didn't actually think about that. All right, so this is kin binding. Is that enough? 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, wow. I might actually be dead here. Wow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, well, this is going to gain us some life. Holy smokes. So if I attack, gain 3, untap, gain 3. Alright, whatever. Okay. Yeah, we just have to kill them. Kill what we can. Does that work? That doesn't, unfortunately. Okay, well, certainly one of these blocks here. Yeah, I have to block. Yeah, I lost a mirror form on Weeping Willow. GG's. GG's. I was so close to killing my opponent too. But my opponent played really well. Good games, Therona Shade. Mirror form on Reaping Willow gets it done. Wow. That is a... I'm trying to think if there's like other... Like, I did make some really aggressive attacks to try to get Gloom Ripper to die, and they refused to let the Gloom Ripper die. And so that was something that like made it so that I didn't really have that many creatures in play. I could have played it a little bit patiently there. So that one's on me. I thought they were going to try to get rid of the Gloom Ripper sooner, but they didn't. But the thing is, even if I lose creatures, it really wasn't that bad. Because I had Reaping Willow, because I had Unbury, I could get a lot of those creatures back and at least like push damage through and get my opponent to a low enough life total where, I mean, if they didn't have a mirror form, I could be able to basically find a way to close the game out, right? So we got really, really close. Maybe that one of the attacks was quite bad. Maybe I needed to be a little bit patient, but I don't know. Like, if we're more patient, I think we still lose to the mirror form, right? Like, we still lose to just, how are we going to beat 10 3/6 lifelinkers, right? We are still just going to lose to that. So ultimately, I think we were going to lose anyways. We got really, really close, but my opponent, number one, played really well with their blocks and the timing of their removal spells. And number two, mirror form on that board, really, really tough for us to stop. So yeah, it is what it is. I think this is one of the most entertaining and exciting runs that I've ever had for this format. And I'm glad that at least it wasn't a collector booster box, where if it was for a collector booster box, I would have gotten nothing. But at least I got one booster box, right? And all things considered, I'm really, really happy with kind of the overall result of this deck. If you were to tell me that this deck would have gotten me a box, I would be happy, right? I lost to Honey, and I lost that absurd Golgari deck, and I lost a mirror form in a spectacular fashion. We had two of the best rares in the entire format, and we found a way, because of the mana fixing that we had, to play both, and it ended up working out really, really well. I think we were really responsible with, you know, the mana that we searched for. Even without the cards in our hand, anticipating that our two best cards are a double black and double white card, we did everything we could to make sure that we had the ability to cast those cards. The Dose of Dawnglow would have been really, really nice. We had a nice recursive engine in the late game with some self-mill, with Reaping Willow, Dose of Dawnglow, and Unbury. And yeah, I think we did. I think this was probably the build for the deck, honestly. And this was kind of a tricky build. It's like, oftentimes, you could just be tempted to go, hey, well, I'm just not going to play the kin binding, and I'm just going to go green-black. Or I'm just going to go green-white. But we just played everything, and I think that was really, really important for us to put together a deck that was capable of winning a box. I still think I'm okay with not playing Champion of the Weird. I think we had to play too many bad cards to make this work. But all in all, like I said, very, very happy with this result. the Blood Crypt was a bad idea. I think this definitely hurt us more than it helped us. So, fortunately, we still won those games. But yeah, just generally, unless like your mana is really rough, avoid playing these Shocklands, in my opinion. But all right. We got a box. Hopefully we can win a few more boxes in the future. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Also check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy some booster boxes of Lorwyn Eclipsed or you wanted some singles for your constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.